Hello and welcome to another midweek video. The new watchers on the wall. Want to thank everybody for joining us today. Incredibly excited to be here again with the midweek video. Go ahead and leave a comment so that we can shout you out and thank you all for showing us some love. And today we're talking about Earth Abides during our midweek video.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some things that we really liked, some things that we were curious about, and some things that we were like, nah.
Yeah, and we're also going to talk about some of the things that people shared as it relates to some of the concerns that they have about the show and some things that they didn't like as well. And then us just kind of talking about, moving forward with the show and our excitement about it, and then some other things as well. We see Vic, she's here. Hey, what's up, Vic? Thanks
Hey,
so
Vic.
much for joining us. So our
Hey,
first,
Doc.
yes, and of course, Doc, he is our first YouTube member. Thank you for subscribing and showing us some love. Definitely appreciate that. And go ahead and like the video if you're watching. Our first question of the day is favorite part of the episode. Leave a comment and down in the chat. We want to see what your favorite part was so we can also share it up above. There was a lot there with this episode. As it relates to, I felt like they spent the first episode laying the foundation, which is something that you have to do. And some people, I feel like, because they had to lay the foundation down, I don't know what just happened. Um, some people feel like because they laid the foundation down, I don't know what just happened. Can they still see
That
us?
there's not much to talk about yet,
Yeah.
which is understandable. With something like this, a show like dystopia or post-apocalyptic, you got to build a world, right? Especially for people who did not read the book. You
Exactly.
got you gotta stick with it. Get into the world building. It takes some time to get into world building, right? And if you think about works like I Am Legend and
Hmm.
even the Game of Thrones series, it takes a while for you to get into that world.
I agree 100%. And Vic said her favorite part was when he found the dog. And that was one of our favorite parts for a couple of different reasons. One of which is the dog's name is Lucky and our dog
Mhm.
name is Lucky. I thought was
Yeah.
funny. But then also it gave us, it gave him something to look forward to at that particular point. So I definitely like that scene. So what was your favorite part of the episode, Candace?
My favorite part of the episode is where visually, I mean, if we're talking about just visually, camera cinematography, is him walking through the church
Yes.
and seeing all those dead bodies in
Yes.
the church. It seemed like people were probably praying, like, please let this not happen. But I really enjoyed his monologuing over throughout the scene. There wasn't a lot of dialogue, but the monologuing, and it kind of gave me an idea of kind of what this show is going to be about. I mean, obviously there's a pandemic, right? And we assume that it's going to be what the pandemic is and how did we get here, and but I don't think it's going to be about that. His dialogue made me think that it's something deeper and richer that they're talking about, mostly about human experience and making human connections. But other than that, I felt like the best scene was when they were talking. What were their names? Milton
Yeah.
and they were talking about their plan, and he just was like, uh, why would you do this, like, so that was my favorite part.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what you said, that scene where he finally realized that he was not alone, I think he was looking forward to having a positive experience about that.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
what happened was he met them and then he realized that they were so broken. You know, Milton watched his family. Who was that watched their family on Zoom?
Oh, I think her name was Anna.
Yeah, Anna. She watched her family die on Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Then we saw Milton, his family died in the hotel. So both of these people were broken because they literally saw their people wither away in front of them. And unlike Ish, they have no desire um
To
to live.
continue.
And I thought it was so interesting that they said even though we have so many supplies in this hotel, food, water, alcohol,
A hot
hot tub,
tub.
like you got all this shit to be looking forward to. And they said our goal is when things run out, we're going to kill ourselves. And Milton shows him that gun. And that was interesting to me for a couple of different reasons, because when I was talking with Carter and even us during our show, we talked about, hey, had I seen somebody alive, that would have actually given me hope, and it would
Right.
have been a pick me up, and I wouldn't have necessarily went down and said I want to kill myself. So audience, what do y'all think about that? If you were in that situation like Milton and Anna, right, and you see somebody else is alive, would that give you hope to want to keep living, or would you just say, F it, I don't want to live? Because you pointed it out there in the video, and then other people kind of supported what you were saying, that when Ish did leave, we heard those two gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, when I heard those two gunshots, um, to me, they weren't muffled enough, because like
Mm-hmm.
if you shoot a firearm in an enclosed location, it muffles, it sounds differently than shooting it out in the open. And then the hotel is large and he's outside. I felt like the gunshot should have been more muffled. To me, they sounded like they were coming from outside from
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. But then other people were like, no, those gunshots were them, because it was two gunshots. It was immediately after he was leaving.
It just made me wonder, like, why did they speed up their plan?
Yeah, why did they speed up? And Vic says, yeah, I understand that. Who wants to keep going when everyone they love is gone? That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It made me think of, if I was in that situation, how I would feel. Very possible, very possible. And then Simone says my favorite part was the dog as well, right? But the the thing is, when that did happen and we had a chance to see that happen to them, we also saw Ish react, because that's when he went on that mad driving spree, because he
Mm-hmm.
was so angry and he was so upset about the situation, right? So that was really interesting. And I think one of the things that, and let's talk a little bit about maybe some of the things that we felt like maybe could have been um a little bit better, or some of the complaints that people had. And one complaint that I saw some people have was that they said, first of all, it was a couple things that people pointed out in the comment section, and I may try to grab some of those comments. But one of them was, people were saying, when Ish went into the hotel, why didn't he see ridiculous numbers of bodies all over the place, right?
Yeah,
Because
that was strange.
they went out of their way to show all those dead bodies in the church,
That
right?
was that was probably a production decision.
You think so?
Yeah, because when you have to get all these bodies, you have to make them, right? Unless you hire extras just to lay around, but like that costs money,
Yes.
and we're trying to keep the budget low.
Yeah, especially so, like, and this was what Climber said. He said the gunshots were definitely from the two in the casino. Their meeting with Ish caused them to decide to off themselves before they planned it, possibly because meeting with someone else with the desire to keep living made them want to go forward with it before they changed their minds. And that's a really interesting,
There's nothing wrong with changing your mind, though. Like, what? Why would you have a problem changing your mind?
because once you go down that path, you kind of want to just be done with it. Maybe I don't know. Um, that's the only thing that I can think about, is that they may have wanted to just kind of be over it. And then let's see, we got a couple more comments. Vic says, no, if my whole family was gone, okay, I wouldn't want to be with them. I wouldn't do it because it goes against I believe, but I would really be really depressed. And that's a
Hmm.
good point, Vic, because I think a lot of people would be, but that seeing Ish should have been maybe a pick me up, because, oh, if he's alive, there might be other people out there alive,
Right,
and we're not just alone. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Because people need that, human connection. I mean, and I think they could have found it. Like I think they could have found it without.
Yeah.
I don't. But then again, things could have gotten really sinister, in that hotel.
Yeah. The other thing, I didn't trust Milton. Like when he showed him that
No,
gun.
I didn't
Yeah,
either. You kind of got a vibe from him, right?
when he showed that gun, I was like, damn, he been carrying this gun around this whole time. And the question would be, why would you be carrying, just because you intend to kill yourself months down the line, why are you carrying that shit around right now? Because like he seemed like unstable. Like if I was Ish, I'd definitely be like, I don't want to kick it with this dude.
Yeah, what's his story before he got there?
Yeah, like he seemed like he was off. But so one of the things that, and then guys, what is something that you feel like you would have liked to have seen changed in the episode? So that was one of the complaints when people said they just didn't understand why there was not more bodies in there. Another thing that a lot of people talked about, they said, you know, when he got bit by that snake and he was supposedly in his home for weeks at a time, recuperating by himself with no medicine, no support, they were saying that, is that even feasible to go weeks with hypothetically not a lot of water and not a lot of food? Is that even possible, you know, humanly possible to do something like that? Because it was evident a long time it went by, because, you know, somebody came by his cabin and said, oh, he looks like he's sick. He went outside, his car was incredibly dirty. He seemed shocked. So that was something else that some people kind of said, hey, I don't know about that. And, you know, that was interesting. You know, that was really interesting. And Vic says, yes, the whole snake situation threw me off. And another reason that threw me off, that situation threw me off. Excuse me, I'm still under the weather a little bit. If a lot of people like who are like survivalists who spend a lot of time out in the woods and stuff, like I have a lot of friends that are really into their Second Amendment rights, so to speak. And they always carry tourniquets and all kind of like little small medical supplies to kind of help you. And with him being in kind of the profession that he was in, to be walking around, digging around rocks like that, you know, it's going to be snakes or things like that. I was surprised he didn't have something to be a little bit more prepared for if something went wrong. Because it was like he did that crazy thing of cutting his wrist, I mean, his arm, sucking the blood out. And a lot of people say that that's not even, that doesn't even make sense. Because even like something like an Apple Watch, right? The new Apple Watches that they have, you can press a button and it can send like an emergency signal out. Like you would think he would have something. You don't just go out in the wilderness by yourself,
right?
A little bit more prepared with things.
And I understand why you say that, but then again, he's not like a mountain man survivalist. He's not out there doing naked and afraid. He is a geologist. He is a scientist.
Yeah,
basically a nerd, not a nerd, but like he's not that guy. So, of you know him cutting and sucking out the poison. When I went to camp when I was a youngin and we were in the woods up in the mountains. That's what they told us to do.
Girl, I ain't never heard of that, and a lot of people's in the comments saying that is like the worst thing you can do. And I don't think it does.
If you're in a situation where you don't have an antidote and you're in the middle of the woods, you drop your. I mean, yeah, that's worst case scenario. You cut yourself and try to suck out and spit out as much of the poison as possible. What are you gonna do? Let it just fester and until you have nerve damage? You suck some of that poison out and spit it out. I would do that.
I don't know, but
Listen,
I think
you better never get bit by a snake in the wilderness.
Nah, because that's just something people were throwing there. And Vic said, yes. Why does he have a beacon or GPS? You would think he would have had something. You know, because when he dropped his phone, he was helpless out there. He couldn't do a beacon on his watch. He couldn't do anything. And then Vic said, don't you need water by 3 o'clock, by 3 days, day 3, right?
Yeah, I don't think that they said. I think he ate and drank. He was out of it while he was doing it.
Audience, do y'all think he ate and drank? Candace said that he was eating and drinking, but in a very incapacitated state. I said, who the hell? So he's cooking, eating.
I didn't say he was getting up and making greens and cornbread.
What do you think?
I said that he was getting up and he was probably getting up and dragging himself to the kitchen, having a box of cereal and just like, and then passing out. I didn't say that he was in there making coco van or whatever. You know, you don't think you would be able to drag yourself into the kitchen and grab a cracker or two and a cheese cube? Like, okay, never mind.
Whatever. Audience, what do you think? Do you think he was in there cooking breakfast and shit, incapacitated? I don't think so. Vic said, if you're out by yourself, it's law to have something on you to call for help. It's not your cell phone. Yeah, you need something. And then let's see what some people about to.
He was drinking at the same puddle off the floor for 3 weeks.
And then Simone said, I only saw him drink some water, no food. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, you can survive longer without food than water.
Yeah.
Or is that the other way around? I can't remember. You know what? Never mind. Let me be quiet.
And then someone said that doesn't work. You need a tourniquet and an anti-venom. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Of course. But if you don't have that, Raphael, what do? You just let it just.
Yeah.
That's instinct. Just to be like, you know.
That ain't no instinct,
That's
Raphael.
instinct.
Tell her that ain't no instinct. She over here. but you know, that was definitely unique and interesting to me. That that was, you know, some of the things that we felt like, hey, you know, was that realistic enough? You know, and I just wonder, because this is a limited series, I really think that MGM is trying to see if there's going to generate enough interest.
I forgot that it's a limited
Yeah,
series.
because
okay.
you know, they can't drop all that on it if people are not going to, you know, get
So
behind
if it's
the
a
show.
limited series, it's only going to be one season of this.
Yeah. Now let's talk about something controversial. And I need y'all to hit us in the comments. We got 10 people watching. I need all 10 of y'all to hit this in the comments and let us know what you think about this right after you like the video.
Like the video.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So here's our controversial take. And this was, and some people posted this comment on our video, and I'm like, don't be mad at us. But
what do we do?
They was like, I am so mad that they said, I'm so mad that I was watching From. I'm watching it and it looks like From is going to be 74 minutes. They're like, oh shit, an extra 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
They normally only give us like 45, you know, 50 minutes.
See more of the man in the yellow hat.
They thought, and people were so angry that after From went off, there was like a 15-minute, the first 15 minutes of Earth Abides.
And it wasn't even like anything action packed. It was literally him rolling in that puddle of water, like Vic said.
Yeah.
And trying to survive from that snake bite. That's basically all it was.
Yeah. So what did you guys think about that? Was that a bad rollout? Because some people are like, oh, that was a horrible way to roll it out. And it put a bad taste in my mouth. It put a bad taste in my mouth. Like with me, well, I want to hear from the audience first. I want to see what y'all think first. What do y'all think as an audience? Was that a good idea? Was that a bad idea, that rollout, how they did that to us?
I kind of feel like they should have did something where they put out 2 of the episodes. That could have been like the rollout.
Yeah, Vic said it's going to be a longer credits watch and nobody believed me. Yeah, like people were pissed. They was like, they thought that they was going to get an extra 15 minutes. And then Vic said she didn't like it as well. And then Simone said they didn't like the rollout of how they did that as well.
She said it was giving desperate to keep your subscription.
Yeah. And then Lily said, I was pissed, but at least I heard about Earth Abides. Yeah, because a lot of people on our TikTok, we shared, if you haven't been following, check out our TikTok, but we getting like a lot of love over there on TikTok. Like some of our videos got 300,000 views, 40,000.
Not us going viral on TikTok without even having to do a dance.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, interestingly, a lot of people, you know, and it's just been talk everywhere where people like, I'm canceling my membership of MGM. Jameson, we're going live. We're live. Please go to your room. Jesus, sorry. It distracted me, man. I'm over here trying to get busy, and I totally lost my train of thought. But a lot of people were saying that they were going to cancel their memberships and stuff like that, and they were frustrated with like the rollout. So it's just kind of interesting how, you know, some people perceive it like and then the other thing too is I kind of thought it was a good idea, because what the point I was going to make was, when I posted on TikTok, it like we posted an excerpt from our video, we got like 3,000 views on it, and a bunch of people were like, we were just talking about Earth Abides. It's like, what show is that and where is it? A lot of people don't know about this damn show.
Yeah,
like
just like a lot of people didn't know about From when we started talking about it and things popped off and got popular.
Yeah, we were there from season 1.
We were there first.
We were there first.
Yeah,
we were not there first, but we were one of the channels that was talking about season.
We were there first.
We weren't first, Candace.
No. We were first. It's just that we have jobs and a life, so we weren't on here talking about it
3 times a week. Yeah. Vic said that MGM does do a good job. I think that they do try to market because I'm constantly seeing stuff on my Instagram feed and stuff
Well,
from Earth Abides and
that's
sponsor
algorithm.
posts. No, it's sponsored. It's sponsored. They're
That's the algorithm.
not the algorithm. It's
Yes,
just
it is.
they are posting it a lot in different places. But the one thing that like I feel like the some of the stuff that they have put out though, I feel like it doesn't give the show justice, right? Like
Hmm.
some of the things I have seen them put out because like I think that this is going to be a really good show, you know, like moving forward. Like I like shows like this where people have to figure things out because what one of the things that people don't understand is like when there's no government or things like that happen, um, like a lot of people, and this is kind of fucked up, but a lot of people are like, oh, I'm prepared. I have lots of food and water. If something was to happen, I would be okay. And I have, like I said, I have a lot of friends who are really like into survival stuff. And they're like, the first thing that you need to do if shit hits the fan is get the fuck out
Out
the
of the
city.
city.
They said the first thing you have to do. And they said because what happens is the people that don't have, they about to take everybody else shit who do have. So you might have all the food and water in the world in your house, but if you don't have the firearms to protect yourself and things like that, somebody's going to come in there and kill you and take your shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And take your stuff. So I'm curious to see how they kind of implement that in here. And in some of the trailers that they have presented, we see that they have some interactions with some people that seem like they may be negative. So I'm curious to see how that goes.
I know one thing when if martial law or things go the way of France, we driving to Mississippi.
Yeah. And then Vic said a
where
lot of
we
this shows are word of mouth.
where we got some land.
Yeah, and then Simone said not a lot of promotion. I saw some like I saw it on IG. Like I haven't seen like any like commercials or anything. Like I see a lot of Instagram related stuff, but we're one of the few channels talking about the show, and I was like, dang, MGM holler at us. Give us,
Yeah.
give us the episode ahead of time so we could talk. We're one of the few people talking about the show,
And we like it.
and we like the show.
Come on.
Show us some love.
Come on. Give us a shot.
And then Vic said, one of the first we were. If y'all go look, go to season 1 and see who's posting. Hey, it
Yeah.
was us. We was in that
It
thing.
was us. It was us.
And then she said, Arthur buys only because of Bjorn. Okay.
Bjorn.
Yeah. And then she said, yep, get you in a place in the country, someone who does. Yeah. Like you have to get out the city. You have to get out the city. So I'm excited to see how it goes when he gets ready to interact with the different people. So last episode ended where he saw somebody in the fireplace, and we're pretty confident that he's getting ready um to meet the other star in the show who is Jessica. And he's going to meet her. And interestingly, they have a lot of let me go to some of the photos. And this was one of the things that was kind of funny to me. I'm about to show this to y'all. This is still on the cast. Let me go to the assets so I can show y'all some of the pictures. But let me just click on one of them. But they are getting ready to she's going to be very prominent in there. Like these are assets from Earth Abides actual photos, and this is a photo from episode 2. And then the other thing I thought was interesting, this is another photo, and you could tell it looks like they're about to really expedite this relation because this photo's from episode 2 as well. Can you see it, Candace, or where you going?
I'm trying to look at the photos.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can see that their relationship is blossoming here. They're hugging and they're kissing and stuff already. Looks like he hurt his
Wow.
foot or something too. Looks like his foot is hurt. But all of this looks like it's taking place in episode 2. This is also episode 2. This is probably before they met. Does it look like
She's got a pack. And
she's got a firearm?
A AR-15.
I don't think that's an AR. That looks more like a rifle.
I know, Patrick.
Yeah, and then that's episode 3, it looks like. But you got to have a weapon to protect yourself no matter what's going on. And I think it's pretty interesting. So Candace, what are you like, just kind of moving forward, What are you looking forward to or excited? Because we both like the show. We rated it
Mhm.
8 rattlesnakes. That was our rating scale, you know, and from it was how many talisman would you give the episode? And in this past episode, yep, she's in the store. You're right, she was in the store, and it looks like she was getting like some surprise supplies and stuff like that. Uh
Yeah, I think that we're going to get her version of the events that happen.
yeah. And maybe she can have some input and information because
Mhm.
he was so out of it, he doesn't really know what happened. She maybe has a good amount of information, you know, about like this is what happened, you know, this is what happened when, you know, things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm looking at these pictures.
How far down did you go?
No, I looked at all of them, but I'm the third one
Mhm.
and
You how far
these.
ahead are you going?
I'm looking at these right here.
Candace,
Yeah.
but those are way ahead. Like if you click on the images, it's probably episode 5, 6. Click on it.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah, like it'll tell you what the images are because I purposely didn't X that out right there. I purposely didn't pull up the ones that I knew are from like these
Oh,
like
it doesn't say if it is or not.
I'm looking at them now. This is like I'm looking at one that's episode 4, that's episode 5, and they are gonna run into people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's coming.
I don't think that they are going to run into people. I think he is going to run into people.
Maybe we'll see. But I didn't want to share those pictures because those are
You know
from
what I mean when I say that?
I don't get it. What does it mean?
Okay, so in the trailer,
Mhm.
I think it shows her. I think gets pregnant, and I think it shows her giving birth.
Yeah.
What if she dies in childbirth?
No, I don't think she dies in a childbirth. Because I think she's a main character. And then Vic said 7 snakes. Yeah, we gave it 8 snakes. How many snakes would you guys have gave episode 1 on a scale of 1 to 10? We gave it 8. How many snakes would you guys give it? Um, you know, we gave it 8 because we like the show. We like shows like this. You know, we're also reviewing Silo as well. We enjoy Silo. But I guess the one thing I'm looking for is how that relationship materializes, and she has some insight as to what occurred during that time because he still doesn't know. Um, and I'm also looking forward to seeing the interactions with other people that they encounter
Mhm, mhm.
because you know that there's going to be different caliber of people.
Right. Yeah, with this I'm wondering, is somebody going to try to like take their resources, and that's going to be interesting to see.
And that's exactly what I want to see as well.
Mhm, mhm, and how they're going to combat that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to see as well. How they're going to combat that.
Okay, guys. Well,
6
thanks.
rattlesnakes. Yeah, we're about to get ready to wrap this thing up. We want to thank you guys for rocking with us.
Thank
You know, this is one of
you.
our midweek videos. We enjoy doing
Yeah.
these videos. And
Thanks
guys,
for joining us in the hot tub.
what I wanted to share again,
Get it?
the hot tub. What I wanted to share again, and nobody's done it yet. We're looking for people that I want you to share your opinions about what you experienced and what you saw with us on Instagram. Shoot us like a 20-second video about what you're thinking, whatever. We would love to include it in our videos.
Love it.
So you would in our review, we might pull up your video and you would see 20 seconds of some of our subscribers talking about what they've seen and different things like that. That's definitely something that we want
Yeah.
to do with you all.
And we're definitely I'm playing with an idea of maybe starting like a book club. I was thinking of just finding a book that was turned into a show or a movie and reviewing it and talking to you guys about it. Let me know if you would be interested in that in the comments, and some ideas, if you do want to see it, some ideas on books slash movies that we can kind of talk about and compare. I was thinking about the first thing that came to my mind was Lovecraft Country by Matt Rife. In talking about the show and comparing and contrasting. I know it's an older show, but that's a show that needed another season and it did not get its just due. So let me know what you guys think about that idea. I'm still kicking around the logistics of it.
Yeah. And then I was also thinking, and what are some other things you guys would like to see us reviewing stuff on the
Oh
channel?
yeah.
Because we had thought about maybe doing music at times. like we also were talking about doing retro movies and stuff too, like
Mhm.
retro shows or movies, like kind of
Yeah,
talking about them in the context
because
of the
Patrick
current
hasn't
year.
seen a lot of classics, and I wanna do a live watching these classics to get a kinda, to see just kinda look at him and see, "Oh,
Yeah,
Patrick hasn't seen Juice."
I watched it. I just don't remember a lot about it. Like a lot of those movies at that time, I was such a sci-fi buff. But now that
Mhm.
I'm kind of like an independent filmmaker at
Have you
time,
seen Starship Troopers?
yeah, I love Starship Troopers.
You
I'll
love
put you on the
Starship
Starship Troopers.
Troopers?
I'll put you on. I'll put you.
No, Patrick, I grew up we would watch that show, that
Since
movie.
since you're trying to roast me, let me roast her. You want to know what movie she didn't see that when I put her on, she was like, "What a movie!" Gone with the Wind. This joker watched Gone with the Wind for the first time like a year ago, year and a half. I said,
No,
"You
that
have
wasn't a
not
year
seen
ago.
2 years ago." Then
No, it was like 10 years ago. My mom hadn't seen it either, and we watched it in
such a
together,
such
and
a good movie.
but I don't know, it was something about the whole mammy character, and I was just like, but I'm glad I did
What
watch
you
it.
ain't watched Gone with the Wind, Vic? What you ain't watched? We about to get on you. What you haven't watched, Vic? She said, "Don't judge me."
Oh, the judgment. No, I'm not judging you because I was like, I don't know if I want to watch that.
That is
But
crazy.
it was a really, really good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a super solid movie.
But you have suggested some brum brum brums.
Oh man,
We'll have to explain that later. That's an inside joke that we're gonna have to explain later.
yeah,
But
some bro. So she said she hasn't seen Gone with the Wind.
wow.
We may do. I want to do some retro movies and stuff, and then
Mhm.
also, like for example, we got Squid Games coming up in December.
In December.
Yeah, it's in like a
Unfortunately,
couple
I
of
will
weeks.
be out of town, but we are going to probably have to get on live and work it out and talk about this. And you might see some of the little uh other family members pop in their head and like have something to add, but that would be good. We'll
I'm looking
definitely
forward
talk
to Squid
about
Games like crazy.
Squid Games, or whether we're gonna break it up and then just so
Yep, December
I saw the
26th.
trailer today.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
You
I gotta
haven't?
watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, Squid Games was a classic, but
I mean, yes.
we don't want to go on too
Yeah,
long,
yeah,
guys.
because we could talk.
What is
But
this? Casablanca.
Casablanca. I've never seen Casablanca.
Raphael. Okay. Yeah, but I just wanted to thank y'all for checking in with us. You know, we want to do a midweek video. Our son is in a swim meet, and so we're going to be wrapped up like crazy this entire weekend because swim meets are 8-hour events. It's like a
Mhm.
job when you
And he
go.
always get into the finals.
Yeah, he
So.
always makes it to the finals, so we always have to stay till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
So we have to get our our videos in sooner because we probably won't be able to go live with you guys.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do
Terminator. Hey, I love me some Terminator, man. That's like Terminator 2 is like an amazing movie to
I
me.
never could get into the Terminators.
I love the Terminators. And then she's good luck with you. And thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, Vic. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have a future Olympian.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely try to get those videos, Silo and Earthbounds, to you guys as soon as we can. It's probably gonna be a little bit late, but because of our travels, but hang in with us. We'll get those to you.
Yep. And thank y'all for watching, guys. And as always, our watch has ended. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Bye.